Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California weather-wise. Today is July 30th, and right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery, and you can see the park fire, the marine layer, typical burn back as we go through the morning hours, and then the thunderstorm activity here associated with monsoon activity across Arizona and Mexico. The park fire producing some pretty good smoke on the northeast periphery, some flames that you could see even on the GOES 18 satellite imagery. System moving through the Pacific Northwest did bring some higher clouds and some mid-level clouds to portions in Northern California, but we've got some interesting weather coming up here. We have the big ridge of high pressure. It's going to return to the Intermountain West, and on the western periphery of that high, there's going to be some monsoon moisture that moves back up across the state of California, all the way up towards Oregon, portions of Nevada as well. We're going to dive into those details. National Weather Service offices are also picking up on that activity. So as we scroll through the overnight hours, you can see the hot spot that is the park fire there, and we go back towards this morning. Marine layer already starting to burn back as typical this time of year. Now, taking a look at the high resolution rapid refresh, we got the park fire. There's also, I believe, this is the Nixon fire here across some of the peninsular ranges here, just off to the east of Orange County and just off to the north and east of San Diego. And if we put that into motion, you can see that smoke being produced there as we go through the day today. And this is near surface smoke here. So if you are in some of these areas, you definitely know about these fires here. And again, mainly moving off to the east here, leaving San Diego, Los Angeles, the Bay Area and the major metro areas for the most part clear of smoke as of right now. Taking a look at the park fire, 383,000 acres. That would be the Nixon fire down here, which I believe was what the HER was showing, and that's only around 4,000 acres, relatively small comparing it to some of the other ongoing bigger fires. Now, the rainfall chance for Thursday, you can see San Diego National Weather Service is picking up on it. Big Bear Lake here, you can see 27% chance. Not looking at any chance over the lower elevations just yet. That can still change here. This monsoon moisture moving back across the region is still a couple days out, and sometimes the models don't pick up on that quite well enough to show whether you're going to get a lightning strike or not. But the Bay Area National Weather Service does mention, you can see around a 5% chance for some isolated dry lightning Friday and on into the weekend. So they are calling attention to it. This is for Friday as well. This is Hanford National Weather Service, and you can see the chances across the higher terrain. So these are the probabilities Friday afternoon and evening. Taking a look at Phoenix, gradual warm up coming here, and of course some off and on monsoon moisture and thunderstorm activity here across the region over the next few days on through the weekend. And I want to point out this weather station. I picked one here, Huntington Beach, just kind of randomly grabbed one there, and you can see it charts all kinds of cool graphs for you. This is the UV index, and you can see that it gets pretty strong once the marine layer burns off there. It gets up over 10. So very fun to watch this weather station kind of scroll back and forth. You can look at previous days and you can kind of see what was going on. You can do this with temperature and rainfall, and it detects lightning and all kinds of cool stuff. It's got an ultrasonic anemometer, so you can see the wind speed as well. Click on that link down below if you want to save 10% off on that. So taking a look at what is going on here, we are looking at 500 millibars, or about 18,000 feet above our heads for the most part, and this gives a great idea of where general ridge and trough position is. And you can kind of see that ridge, strong ridge across the Four Corners region here, and on the western periphery of that you got the clockwise flow, and some of that monsoon moisture is going to ride back up on the west side of that, and you can kind of see that ridge hanging out through the weekend coming up here before it starts to gradually weaken a bit. So if we take a look at 500 millibars, again, is the actual black lines on this, and you can see the relative humidity is showing up in the greens and the blues and the purples here. So you'll see the ridge develop as I scroll through here. We're now going into Friday here, and you can kind of see the ridge here and the monsoon moisture coming up on the western periphery. So I put that into motion. It rides all the way up in towards Oregon, even up into Washington. So we're going to scroll back one more time. Here goes that monsoon moisture. Ridge develops and starts to spread some of that monsoon moisture back up across California and Nevada as we go through Thursday and on into Friday and possibly the weekend as well. So taking a look at the lightning flash density potential on the European, this is last night's run. So we're going to scroll ahead here a bit, and as we go through Thursday, you see this trying to creep into California a little bit there Thursday afternoon, maybe including Las Vegas, some of the higher terrain, maybe some of the Sierra Nevada as well. And then we go through Friday, and the chances are going to increase. And again, the models don't always pick up on the coverage of these kind of scenarios here with the monsoon moisture. So there could be the chance some of this lightning does move a bit farther west than what is being shown currently. So if we take a look at a wider view of things, there is the state of California, there's the Hawaiian Islands, we're looking at precipitable water. You can see just how moist it is down across the intertropical convergence zone. And if we put this into motion, we've got a couple tropical systems bubbling around out here. At this time of year, it's tough for these to move back up into the southwest. That one makes a little jog north here, but generally these stay out to sea. Then another one develops here. That would probably be a hurricane, but again, kind of harmlessly staying out over the Pacific Ocean. And then we scroll out about 15 days. We're not looking at any direct threats from any kind of tropical system in the next couple of weeks as of right now. But of course, we'll be watching that daily. That's probably going to change at some point as we go through the month of August into September. Now, looking at the tropical weather outlook, you can see that tropical cyclone formation is probable here over the next 48 hours. So this is what we'll be watching. But right now, again, no threats. We're just looking at some monsoon moisture riding up on the western periphery of that ridge that will develop across the Intermountain West. So taking a look at the lightning flash density potential, if I just kind of scroll through this, you kind of see the diurnal cycle of the monsoon moisture here across the Sierra Madre up into Arizona and New Mexico. And then if you go on into Thursday, you see how it extends a little bit further west. And then Friday, a little bit more so up and across the Sierra Nevada. That's that monsoon moisture we're going to be watching. So total precipitation in inches, we're just going to scroll through this fairly quickly as well. You can see as we go through Friday, that precipitation moving up some of the higher terrain here. How far west will that get? Good question, and we don't have the answers to that just quite yet because it could move a little bit further out west. But again, some of these thunderstorms will be of the dry variety as well. And if we scroll towards the end of that, about 144 hours is about Sunday night here. Now, taking a look at the National Planet models, because we are going to be warming up. You can see a lot of 90s out there today, but if we go through tomorrow, a little bit of a warm up, a little bit more on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You can kind of see how we're gradually and slowly increasing these temperatures as we go through the first week of August on in through about August 9th shown here. And the 6 to 10 day reflects the same thing, kind of an above average signal across much of the West and actually the entire lower 48 except extreme northern portions of Maine and even Alaska and Hawaii are on this action as well. So looking at 6 to 10 day, you can see that monsoon moisture signal across California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah here also. So yeah, August 4th through 8th shown here. And this is the fire outlook, and no extreme fire risk right now, or no high risk triggers, I should say, are apparent across the state of California, but there is some moderate risk out there. So yeah, one more look here. Let's go ahead and update this, and I'll take a look at the park fire out there. You can see that is pretty nasty looking. You can really see those flames that were firing off yesterday and then overnight hours, and we go back towards this morning and that smoke still being produced. But yeah, anyway, what else? Yeah, we'll be watching that monsoon moisture daily. We'll continue to check back on the tropics as always. We'll be watching the heat. Hopefully you guys are liking the channel. Click that subscribe button, click that like button down below. If you want to monetarily support the channel, there is a join button that you'll see just below the video here if you want to do so. But otherwise, hope you guys are having a good day. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.